The vision had ended, but its weight still pressed upon John's chest. The salty air of Patmos filled his lungs, but he felt as if he had never truly returned. His hands trembled as he clutched the scroll before him. The words burned into his mind, but one thing unsettled him more than anything else. It wasn't 144,000. It was something else. Something far greater. A strange silence enveloped the island, as if the very heavens had paused, waiting for him to understand. Numbers had always held power: 7 for completion, 12 for divine government, 40 for testing. But this number was hidden, shrouded in a mystery he had yet to grasp. Desperation clawed at his soul. He turned his eyes skyward, his voice cracking with urgency. What does it mean? And then a whisper, soft, yet resounding with divine authority. Look beyond the number, John. The true remnant is hidden. His breath hitched. The 144,000 were only the beginning. His mind raced back to the vision. Revelation 7 had spoken of another group, a great multitude so vast no one could count them. Where had they come from? Who were they? And why had they remained concealed? Then, like the sudden burst of a storm, the truth struck him with terrifying clarity. The beast was not hunting the 144,000 because they were few. It was hunting them because they were multiplying. And as the realization settled upon him, the skies above Patmos darkened. A roar split the heavens. A presence, vast, malevolent, was approaching. Something was coming. Something worse than he had ever imagined. The true army rises. Thunder cracked like a war drum, rolling across the heavens in deafening waves. John staggered, his heart pounding as his surroundings twisted once more. He was no longer on Patmos. He stood at the edge of time itself. Before him, the earth trembled beneath a sky torn open by celestial fire. The air reeked of war, smoke, blood, the scent of a world unraveling. A great battlefield stretched before him, and in its center stood the 144,000. They shone like living stars, their foreheads bearing the divine seal. They stood unyielding, their song echoing through the darkness. But behind them, a multitude, an uncountable number stretching beyond the horizon, their voices rising in unison, shaking the very fabric of creation. The beast roared, its many heads twisting in rage. It had failed. The chosen ones were no longer alone. The 144,000 were the first wave. But the true army of God was beyond number, beyond measure. And then the voice returned, filling the heavens with its terrible power. The number of the redeemed is uncountable. John fell to his knees, overwhelmed. The prophecy had been misunderstood. The 144,000 were not the only ones chosen. They were merely the beginning. But the war was far from over. The beast had one final move to make. The last stand. The earth groaned beneath the weight of the approaching darkness. The sky itself seemed to crack, a great abyss opening beyond sight. From within, the beast emerged in its full horror. Its monstrous form loomed over the battlefield, its eyes burning with unholy fire. Its 7 heads turned in every direction, seeking to devour, to corrupt, to destroy. Its legion followed, an army of shadows stretching into eternity. The multitude did not waver. They stood firm. And then the heavens ignited. A light, brighter than the sun, purer than the stars, descended upon the battlefield. The Lamb stood at the forefront, his presence shaking the very foundation of reality. The beast shrieked, recoiling from the light, its form beginning to unravel. A great trumpet sounded. The final battle had begun. The sky erupted as angels descended like lightning, their swords cutting through the darkness. The 144,000 moved in perfect unison, their song transforming into a battle cry. The great multitude surged forward, their voices filled with unshakable faith. The beast struck first. Its heads lunged, jaws wide with unrelenting hunger, but the redeemed did not falter. With every attack, the light of the Lamb repelled the darkness. The war raged, each moment echoing through eternity. Then John saw it. The beast was faltering. The darkness was retreating. And in its place, the light grew stronger, consuming everything in its path. The final mystery revealed. John's vision blurred as the battlefield began to fade. The roaring, the clashing, the voices of the redeemed, it all dissolved into a deafening silence. And then darkness, a void of absolute stillness. Had the beast won? Had the final hour come? Had the light been extinguished? No. A whisper, gentle yet filled with finality, broke through the silence. The battle is won. John's eyes flew open. He was back on Patmos, the island silent, the sea stretching endlessly before him. His breath was ragged, his body weak, but his spirit burned with revelation. He now understood. The 144,000 were the first of many. The great multitude, the hidden army of the redeemed, was beyond measure. The final war was not against numbers, it was against faith, against belief, against the truth that no darkness could overcome the light. And as he stared at the sky, now calm, he knew. The end had already been written, and the victory had already been secured.